welcome back to Arch Zenith. Have you ever walked into a space that's technically perfect? Clean lines, beautiful furniture, everything in its place, but it just feels sterile, like it's missing a heartbeat. You're not alone. In our age of algorithm-driven aesthetics and mass-produced perfection, our homes can start to feel like showrooms, not sanctuaries. But what if I told you the secret to curing that coldness, to injecting soul into your space, isn't found in a new catalog or an app, but in the past, in the hands of a weaver, a potter, a woodcarver? Today, we're diving deep into one of the most beautiful movements in interior design right now: heritage craft revival. This isn't about creating a period room or a museum. It's about a powerful collision where the timeless, human-made imperfect meets the contemporary and clean. We're talking about artisanal touches that tell a story, that carry the energy of the hand that made them, and completely transformed the feel of a modern interior. Think of it as slow decor. It's the antidote to fast furniture. It's about intentionality, connection, and sustainability. And it's trending for a reason. People are craving authenticity. They want their homes to reflect not just a style, but a value system. So, if you're ready to move beyond the bland and build a space with narrative and soul, you're in the right place. In this video, we'll break down exactly how to do it. We'll look at the philosophy, the practical sourcing tips, including some affordable artisan decor hacks, and I'll give you my favorite fresh ideas for weaving these pieces into every room. Let's get started. Segment 1. The philosophy: why craft belongs in the modern home. So, let's start with the why. Why does a single hand-thrown ceramic vase have more power than a perfectly symmetrical, factory-made one? It's all about biophilic design principles on a human scale. Biophilia is our innate connection to nature, and handcrafted objects are an extension of that. The irregular ridges in a piece of wood, the slight warp in a linen textile, the unique glaze variation on pottery, these are all echoes of the natural world. They subconsciously ground us. In a room of straight lines and synthetic materials, a hand-woven wall hanging or a rustic wood beam acts as a visual touchstone to something real and organic. This movement is also deeply tied to mindful living and conscious consumerism. When you buy a piece from a living artisan, you're not just buying a product, you're buying a story. You're supporting a lineage of skill that might be centuries old. You're investing in an object that was made to be cherished, not replaced in 2 years. This intentionality changes your relationship with your stuff. That hand-painted tile from Morocco or that ikat cushion from Uzbekistan isn't just decor. It's a conversation piece with a legacy. From a pure design perspective, artisan pieces are your ultimate tool for creating texture and contrast. Contemporary design thrives on this tension. Imagine a stark, white, Japandi-style bedroom. Now, place a heavy, nubby, hand-loomed blanket in natural, undyed wool at the foot of the bed. Suddenly, the room has weight, warmth, and tactile intrigue. The smooth plaster wall finds its counterpoint in a woven rattan light fixture. The cool metal frame of a sofa is softened by a pair of embroidered throw pillows. The craft object becomes the exclamation point in a quiet sentence. Finally, it's about cultivating a collected interior, not a decorated one. A home that looks and feels layered over time. You can't buy a collected look from a single store. It's accrued. Each artisan find a vintage Suzani textile, a set of tribal brass bells, a sculptural ceramic vessel adds a chapter to your home's story. It tells visitors who you are, what you value, and where you've been. It's the difference between a hotel room and a home. Segment 2. The hunt, sourcing authentic artisanal pieces without breaking the bank. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds amazing, but also expensive and hard to find. Not necessarily. Let's demystify the hunt. First, think beyond the big city gallery. The digital world has been a game changer. Search for contemporary craft fair in your region or indigenous artisan collective. Platforms like Etsy are fantastic, but dig deep. Look for sellers who profile the maker, tell the story of the technique. Keywords like small batch ceramics, hand-forged ironwork, or natural dye textiles will lead you to the real gems. Don't underestimate the power of the local. This is a huge interior design trend, 2024, hyper-local sourcing. Is there a woodworker in your town making live-edge slabs? A glassblower at a nearby studio? A guild of quilters or spinners? Connecting with local artisans not only reduces your carbon footprint, major sustainable interior design points, but it also gives you a direct line to commission custom pieces. Imagine a dining table built by a carpenter you can actually meet. For affordable artisan decor, adopt a strategic mindset. Go for impact with smaller objects. A stunning, hand-blown glass bud vase can sit on a windowsill and catch light all day, transforming a whole corner. A set of black clay teaspoons from a Japanese maker can elevate your daily coffee ritual. Cluster smaller artisan pieces together. A trio of different textural bowls on a console table reads as a major sculptural moment. Also, consider vintage or antique crafts. A well-chosen folk art, painting, or an old fishing basket has the same soulful quality. And remember, artisan doesn't have to mean traditional pattern if that's not your vibe. The coolest part of the revival is seeing modern makers reinterpret heritage techniques with a minimalist, contemporary eye. Look for a weaver using a classic loom to create graphic, monochromatic pieces. Find a potter who uses ancient pit firing methods to create sleek, abstract forms. This is where you get that perfect, modern, organic interior blend, the soul of the old craft, expressed in a language that sings in your modern space. Segment 3. Fresh Ideas, Room-by-Room Craft Integration. Let's get practical. How do you actually place these pieces? Here are some fresh, room-by-room ideas to spark your creativity. For the living room, think big and focal. Instead of a mass-produced media console, could a pair of beautifully crafted, traditional wooden trunks from India serve as your base? Drape an artisanal block print throw over the arm of a modern sectional. The ultimate power move, a statement lighting piece. A rattan pendant light, a paper lantern made by a master, or a sculptural chandelier of forged metal instantly becomes the heart of the room. In the kitchen, the epicenter of the home, craft brings warmth. Open shelving is your best friend here. Display your collection of imperfect, hand-glazed dinner plates. Use a hand-carved wooden bowl for fruit. Hang a set of copper measuring cups from a local metalsmith on the wall. Swap out generic cabinet pulls for ceramic or hand-hammered brass knobs. These small, tactile details make cooking and gathering feel more human, more connected. The bedroom is a sanctuary, and craft touches deepen that feeling. Layer your bed with linen sheets, a craft in itself, and top with a chunky knit blanket or a lightweight cantha quilt. Instead of a standard headboard, consider a hand-woven tapestry or a wall hanging made of natural fibers as a textural backdrop. On your bedside, a simple ceramic lamp base with a linen shade casts a gentle, calming glow. This is where slow living truly manifests. Don't forget the walls and the floors. This is where you can make a huge impact. A vintage kilim or boucheroute rug adds a universe of color and pattern over cool-toned hardwood or concrete. For walls, consider a plaster finish applied by a skilled craftsperson. It has a beautiful, soft, undulating quality. Or create a gallery wall that mixes modern art with folk art, paintings, embroidery hoops, or a decorative carved plate. The mix is what creates the magic. So, where do you begin? Start with one piece, one thing that speaks to you. It doesn't have to be a grand heirloom. It could be a simple pottery mug you love holding every morning. Feel the difference it makes. That connection is the seed. This heritage craft revival is more than a trend. It's a shift in perspective. It's choosing the unique over the uniform, the storied over the generic, the human hand over the machine's perfect repeat. It's about building a home with a heartbeat. A home that doesn't just look good in a photo, but feels good to live in, calm, grounded, and deeply personal. I want to hear from you. What's the one artisan piece in your home that you couldn't live without? Or what craft are you now inspired to go find? Shout it out in the comments below. Let's share sources and inspire each other. If this video sparked ideas for you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more deep dives into meaningful interior design. Until then, keep looking for the human touch. Thanks for watching.